Hello, Scorpios out there. This is Twisted Granny Tarot. Today is April 30th of 2025. See, you know what that means? Not too many people celebrate this day, but it means we are halfway to Halloween. You know, just like Irish people have a halfway to St. Patty's Day. My Irish friends always celebrate halfway to St. Patty's Day in September. So I decided we need to celebrate halfway to what? Halloween. And I even got a hat, and it's a fabulous hat, but well, the cameraman says I can't wear it on camera. I love this hat. I'm sure we'll be seeing it more in the future. Okay. Now, this is, this calendar came from a company, well, from a person called Link, and he does a calendar called A Year and a Day. And in this calendar, each individual day has some kind of reference to prehistoric, that's not new, pre-Christian religious figures. Okay? So on April 30th, it says May Eve, which means tomorrow's Beltane. So this is the eve, like Christmas Eve, only we're on the eve of Beltane, which is the first day of summer, according to the Irish. Because I asked somebody one time, how come Midsummer Night's Dream is a play about June 22nd? Well, that's not midsummer for us. That's the start of summer for us. So I was told that their calendars were different, and they plant the seeds in May and they harvest them in August, is when the first harvest was back in the ancient times. Anyway, it's also the Celtic festival of Blathmat. I guess I should have looked that up first. And Lugh, a 6-day festival. Lugh is another word for light, some kind of light festival. Walpurgisnacht. That's what it means. I suppose I should look it up. It's a Teutonic holiday that took place before Christianity was universal. Okay, Alex Sanders dies. I don't know who that is. It says 1988. Oral Alexander Carter. Well, what the heck? I'm sorry we lost him, but there we are. That's all I can read you out of this book. I might get arrested. So anyway, according to this, we're going to do a horoscope reading for Scorpios. I call it a horoscope reading because I use the astrology chart as a diagram. So it looks like a pie with 12 slices in it. And each one of these slices is labeled by the Babylonians who invented astrology, and it survived. Probably, maybe it was written down on tablets instead of paper, so it couldn't be burned. I don't know. But anyway, we're gonna put down 12 cards at least. Sometimes I put 2 cards on one side, and I'll tell you why in a minute. Second house is your finances. Fourth house is your home. Fifth house is romance and creativity. And so we get a little window into different various categories. We're not tied to dates because in this chart, in this diagram, past, present, and future all appear at once. So I could be talking about, I could see a card and I'd say XYZ, and it could be in the past. And then I'd say XYZ to the same person in another location, and it would be in the future. So we'll just have to wait and see what transpires, okay? What in the world was that? Okay, so now we're going to do Scorpio, and we got to symbolize Scorpios. We've got a King of Cups here and a Queen of Cups, because cups signifies people with water, made of, who are water signs. So here we are. Okay, all right. First house. This is what's on your mind today. Oh, money is on your mind, Mr. and Miss Scorpio, today. The King of Pentacles says so. Oh, what? Oh. Let me see. Well, look. Somebody's giving you presents and you love him or her. You're expecting good things to happen for you right now. And according to these 2 cards, they're happening. Okay? Second house is your money. Look, here we got money here, right? We got money here. And look what the next card is. Now, you see this right here? Now that's not what it really means. It isn't. It just means that this person is on a trip. He's on a walk. He doesn't really have a destination in mind, and he's not really paying attention to where he's going, which might have something to do with your financial goals. Okay? So, this guy's about to walk off a cliff because he's not as wise with his money as he needs to be, according to this card. Your second card, House of Money. What did you do with that money? And then first house is where you're thinking about money all the time. Well, sure, money is our friend, but when it's gone, hooey, sends us into totality and panic, doesn't it? So be aware that every dime or credit card or debit card that slips through your fingers, you have to pay for. Okay, 3. Okay, hon, are you not speaking to some people? Because this is your house of communication, and some people are talking bad about you, so you don't want to associate with them at all anymore. So according to this, it looks to me like I don't think anybody put you there as much as you put yourself in a location where you can't be harassed by people that have been unkind. Okay, 4th house is your home. Well, here you. Okay, according to the astrology books, this card is about someone who has 3 full cups in front of him or her, and he is somewhat. These cups have satisfied him so far, but he's beginning to be disappointed because he needs more than 3 cups, or 3 cups full of A, B, C, and D. He needs 4, 5, or 6 of those. So guess what's going on? Somebody up there heard him, like his ancestors, and they're going to send an unexpected bonus down to him. Bonus doesn't mean money, just unexpected benefit. I don't even know what that means. Now, this is in your house of your home. So let's translate this into a home, and you're reasonably satisfied with the house that you live in, but you really want another one. You need more money to do that. So let's pretend you want to move, because that's what it looks like to me, and you need a little boost. You need a little more information. You need a little more loan money, that kind of thing. So work on that. It has to do with how you handle your money. Because if you can pay cash, great. But if you cannot pay cash, you have to have a good credit score. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5th house. Oh, look at here, but romance is good. We have a mutual admiration society here. It is the 2 of Cups. And these 2 people like each other. So, looks like this could be the start, or you're in the midst of a mutual admiration society with another person. So you like each other very much, and you see each other on a regular basis. You just like each other's company. Okay, 6th house, work and health. Oh, look at here. This is your, well, I like to call her your fairy godmother. She is your intuitive sense that lies here in the back of your brain. No, isn't it? Where's the pineal gland? I forget. But she whispers in your ear things that you need to know before you speak, before you buy a plane ticket, before you cross the street, any of that. So she's a good ally to have on your side, and pay attention to her. This is your unconscious, subconscious, mind reading, telepathic part of your personality. Now, everybody has the ability to pick up and send messages, but we're advised to we're taught, oh, that you can't do that. Nobody can do that. No, yes, you can. Oh, yes, you can. And this person might send you messages that don't cross the street, go to the next street, turn around and go back 10 paces, whatever. Do whatever your gut tells you, because she's never wrong. Okay? Now, what's going on at work that causes this person to come out of the woodwork, so to speak? This part of your personality. So are you under the impression that people are talking about you, or people are, there are activities going on maybe that you're not part of, just ask them. Oh, by the way, I forgot to tell you this. Everybody has an antenna. Everybody has a psychic antenna. It's a matter of turning it on. Just like that old song by Hartman. What was his name? I forget what his name is. Anyway, turn your radio on, turn your radio on. That song. Because if you turn your radio on, you can get messages. But if your parents and your family members that told you can't, your radio is effectively turned off because they told you couldn't possibly read anybody else's mind. Yes, you can. Yes, you can. Mm-hmm. That doesn't make you right 100% of the time because of our own personal prejudices and attitudes, but it does make nothing about the radio. If you turn the radio on, it'll work. But if you refuse to listen to it, then it can't help you. So pay attention to what your gut tells you is the truth. Okay? That's work and health. So health is, if you had in the case of this card, if you had a health scare, then at the moment it has diminished. The health scare has diminished. And as long as you keep that in a box and you never talk about it, never speak of it, it won't rear its ugly head. As soon as you have a thought about it, you'll probably get a symptom. And it might only be in your head. But so pay attention to where you are, what you're doing, and what you're talking about. Oh, because thoughts are things. And they come into being. Okay? That's 6. 7th house is marriage partnerships and business partnerships. Okay. Marriage partnerships and business partnerships. So this is a card about a little bit of money. And this is a card about holding on to every little bit of money you can hold on to. And because your ability to track your spending may not be perfect, then that's why this ends up with regard to money. Okay? So going on an austerity, let's just pretend you're going on an austerity plan. So if you're going to go on an austerity plan, theoretically it could be, we're going to cut out A, B, C, and D. Cut out, I'm not suggesting it, cut out eating out, cut out extraneous expensive like junk food and ice cream, and develop goals so that you can avoid the lack of funds situation. Okay? Goals as in, what do you want to make? What do you have to do in order to increase your income? Okay, 8th house, some of us have to get second jobs. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8th house is money from other people. Look at here, this person is going looking for money from other people. So I imagine that this tells me that there will be an opportunity for A, an inheritance check in your lifetime, B, an insurance check in your lifetime. That's A. This is B. This is C. An income tax check. Okay, that kind of thing. So, or a lawsuit check. So this is unearned income. It could be from bonus checks and awards, rewards from various other activities. So here you are, and I believe it's going to happen. The people who are in charge of timing are up there somewhere. Okay? But I believe there will be a surprise financial bonus for you somewhere I'm going to say in a year, because that wouldn't have appeared. I'm pretty good at dates within a year, so I bet you within a year that'll happen. Oh, please don't tell me. We don't want anybody to die. Okay, we don't want anybody to die, but it's possible you'll get a check from one of those other instances. Now, guess what I picked up this time? And this would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Ninth house is philosophy, religion, higher education, and long distance travel. So those items, that list of activities might have been on your list for many, many, many years. And then real life happened and you had to let them go. So there was no spiritual education. There were no long vacations in Europe to go to. There were no let's see, what other, no other spending along those lines. Okay, can't travel to Tibet, can't go to Paris. Okay, you just those trips were put on hold because of other responsibilities. So I don't know when that's going to start up again or when things will improve, but it just shows that those dreams that you had to be left to wither, but they can be started again. So don't give up. Just give up for today, but just pick it up again tomorrow. Okay, so that's 9. This is 10th house. 10th house is your career. Oh, look at here. Kind people. You are looking for another job. If this is your 1, 2, 3, 4, okay, this is your house of career, and he's looking for more money, looking for better opportunities to enrich himself. The opposite card is this one. This guy's not necessarily happy either, because he needs more than these 3 cups. He needs another full cup to complete his objective, whatever that, or complete your objective, whatever that is. And so if job hunting is on your agenda, I mean, go ahead and look for one and then see if there's any hope during all this turmoil, the political turmoil out there. All right, 11th house. So which means if it doesn't come soon, it'll eventually come if you continue to pursue other employment. Okay, this is your 11th house. Oh, yeah. This is long-term plans. So I think you feel like you don't have any long-term plans. You don't even know what to do next. Long-term plans and people that you know from previous employers. No. So people that you know from previous employer, I don't think you like them very much. And I think when you quit a job, you left everybody there, man. In certain instances, you just left them like a hot potato and you're out of there. Now, when it comes to the other part of that, which is long-term plans, oh, that thought bedevils you too, because you're well, what I think it is you're already so overdrawn, so to speak, so overstretched, so personally and privately exhausted from too much work and too little money. That's what, well, it could be. This says it is. Okay. Okay, 12th house. Oh, this is what you think about when you go to sleep at night. Oh, look at here. There's a guy with money here. So now, and then we have, because this is a face card, I put a modifier on it to get more information. So you actually have quite the ability to have self-control. But that's number 1. Number 2, but it's so much fun to spend money and go out with your friends and be happy. But you realize that extraneous entertainment puts distance between you and your long-term goals. But you have, underneath all that, Scorpio, underneath all that fun you want to have, you are an incredibly noble and strong person. Anybody will say that about Scorpio. They are absolutely dynamic and forthright, and they're good to have for friends. Okay, so you might even be thinking about turning your life around while you're dreaming at night, because somebody up there might be explaining to you that you need to look for a new job, even though you find it incredibly distasteful. If you do find it distasteful, because you need a leg up. You need a leg up to get what you want. Okay. Oh my God, look at here. You could do it. Oh my God, this is an awesome card. Hello. Oh, this is a magician. He's the number one card in the deck, and he can manifest. Manifest, that means actually you're so good at getting what you want, you don't have to go through any kind of contortions to get it. You don't have to rob a bank to buy a car. All you have to do is think about why you need a car. What are you going to do with the car? So I'm here to tell you, if this card shows up in your chart, go ahead and think about more stuff you want and watch it fall in your lap. Now, this is not to say you should make a list of 100 items and think they're all going to happen in 1 week. I think you should make a list of X number of items, kind of a fairly short list. Oh, and one way to accommodate that and to cement it in your subconscious is to make a vision board with that car on it, a house on it, a new job on it, and then look at it every day while you sit at your computer. Put it on the wall in front of you. Because what that does is reinforce those. Okay, and the reason I'm telling you that, because one of my bosses made me write down a list of goals. And I went, I don't know what kind of goal you think I need, but I need groceries and, gas. So I put items on that list, and the list fell down on the floor. And when I quit that job, are you hearing me? When I quit that job, I found that list on the floor, and I had everything on that list. Now, just let me tell you this. I didn't pay for some of those things because I got my car got stolen. then my house leaked. So it's fair. If it's an act of God, it's fair because God knew you needed something. So good luck, Scorpio, because if anybody can accomplish something out of sheer will, it would be you all. Y'all are scary. My kids are Scorpios. Whew. Okay, now, so what we got? Where are we at? We're at 18 minutes. You think about money a lot because you want to give it to people you love, but you don't really keep track of it as much as you should. And these are people that you stay away from because you haven't got time for their nonsense anymore. Fourth house is your home. You're reasonably happy at home, but there can be improvements made. That's what this is. Thinking about improvements and how you're going to get. This is romance and creativity. So you are involved in a romantic relationship, or will be soon, or have been already. And we got the High Priestess right next to this card, so I'm pretty sure it's a done deal. Okay. And actually, this is the number. So what have you got? You got the main couple. You got the main couple of the tarot deck in your reading. She's telling you to believe me. You can have all these things because that's your subconscious. Because if you say, "Oh, I'll never get that," you've already. What do people say? You've already given up in advance. Don't give away anything in advance. She can help you keep it, and he can help you get it. These guys work in tandem. They work as partners. Partners are good. Okay? 7th house, marriage partnerships and business partnerships. Well, I guess this demonstrates that whatever's going on in this 7th house, you don't have enough money. So there's a lack of child support. There's a lack of alimony. There's a lack of your ability to get a job that will pay for your expenses. So keep working or keep looking. Okay, let's see, that's 7, this is 8, 9, 10. Yeah, 9th house, philosophy, religion, higher education. So these are items, wait a minute, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8th house of money from other people, sorry. Money from other people means income tax checks, inheritance checks, lawsuit checks, and although there may or may not be one coming through for you soon, it's going to happen. there will be some unexpected income, or maybe it's expected, but we just don't know what date it's expected. So keep the fire alive for whatever's going on. Whatever money you stand to gain, keep the fire alive. And you might just well say to yourself, it's mine, it's mine, it's mine, it's mine, it's mine, it's mine, it's mine. Now, this is not to say we want to hurt any other member of your family or any other person in the world. However, don't ever sit there and say, oh, they'll never give me any money, because that's exactly what you'll get. Okay? Okay, now that's 8. This is 9th house, philosophy, religion, higher education, and long distance travel. So you had to abandon all those things. Didn't want to, but you had to. Now, you might be seeing the sun, few rays of sunshine shining on those things, but it's still a long way off. Okay, it's still a long way off. Okay, this is your 10th house. You were looking for a decent job, because this fella is, let's see, his ships are coming home now. He's already sent them out, and they've come back fully laden, we expect, with silver and gold and herbs and spices and all those things that the sailors of the New World and captains of the New World went out to look for the kings and queens of Europe. So check out your inventory when it gets unloaded. And what this also represents is you want to look for a job that you like, so that you can have riches come in too. So, or you need another way to make income. And this is you trying to figure out a way to make income. Okay? Talk to your friends and find out if there are people hiring. Ooh. Okay. Then there are lots of people you don't talk to anymore and previous employers. This is your 12th house, and you think about money every night, but you know what? I think you've decided that you're going to be a little sterner with yourself and reduce consciously your natural inclination to spend money. Okay, remember, you can have whatever you want. Good luck. All right, thanks. Thanks for coming to see Twisted Granny Tarot. Good seeing you. We're halfway to Halloween. So I hope we can keep up the good vibes. All right, thanks. Bye.